to draw your attention to grave humanitarian crisis in the internationally disputed areas of Indian-occupied Kashmir. The Kashmir question remains as one of the oldest unresolved international problems in the world. In the Indian-occupied Kashmir, human rights violations by Indian occupation forces is a routine matter. Today, not a single household is left that has not lost a woman, a child, or a man to this bloodthirst of occupation forces. 23 resolutions have been passed by the UN on Kashmir dispute. Indian rulers promised before the UN to resolve the dispute and provide the people of Kashmir with their basic right of self-determination, but later backed away from their commitments. India has rejected every suggestion, every appeal. Nothing moves them into action. This is denial of basic human rights and the question of life and death of 12 million people. The problem should be resolved before it leads to an explosion. India has been putting peace, security, and stability of the entire South Asia at stake by demonstrating continued rigidity and stubbornness and not responding positively to the efforts made by the international community to settle the Kashmir dispute during the last more than 6 decades. The troops have been setting new records of human rights violations by killing innocent people. Shame, 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 shame. They have been killing and arresting youth, disgracing and harassing women, and setting residential houses afire with impunity. The troops have killed over 93,000 Kashmiris, widowed more than 25,000 women, and orphaned more than 100,000 children, and molested or gang raped around 10,000 Kashmiri women during the past 20 years. Children have been shame, 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 shame. Children being the victim of Indian forces and tortured by taking them away from their homeland. The whereabouts of thousands of Kashmiris who disappear in the custody of troops are yet to be made known. And hundreds of unnamed graves have been discovered in the occupied territory, which are believed to could be of the disappeared Kashmiris. The whole mayhem is being carried out with the protection of draconian laws, by virtue of which any person can be killed or put behind the bars without any accountability. Just imagine, during the peaceful rally in 1948, in Jammu, 200,000 people were massacred. Shame, 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 shame,
عدالت اجتماعی
Human Rights Watch, Angel Watch, and other international humanitarian organizations.
سلام علیکم به شما و به بیننده‌های شما. من نام محمد صادرانه و ما تقریبا 10 سال است درباره موضوع افغانستان تحقیقات کردیم و نتیجه تحقیقات من این است که موضوع سازمان و این در 2 صفحه تشریح کردیم.
Our message to the peace-loving people like you is to take cognizance in the miseries of Kashmiri people, help stop human rights violations in the occupied territory, and play its role in bringing about a solution of the Kashmir dispute in accordance with Kashmir's aspirations. It is also aimed at calling upon India to read writings on the wall, accept the ground realities, and come forward with a realistic approach to settle the dispute of the larger interests of the people of the region. Please help Kashmir for the right of self-determination. That Kashmiris can live with peace and dignity. Kashmiris need your support. 700,000 Indian forces want to silence Kashmiris by guns and weapons. But I want to say that they cannot silence Kashmiris. Kashmiris want peace not only in Kashmir but the entire world. The following measures can be taken to implement United Nations Security Council resolution to the right of self-determination. Number 2, to uphold European Parliament resolution on mass graves in Kashmir. To withdraw the occupational forces from the Indian-occupied Kashmir. Number 4, to put an end to persistent human rights violations through practices such as arbitrary detention, enforced disappearances,
माइक आगे करो
I'm not sure if we'll be able
माइक
to
आगे करो
political rights. Number 6, to undertake an independent and impartial investigation in all killings, including of the ones noted above, custodial killings, disappearances, fake encounters, and rapes, etc., under international law and international auspices. Number 7, to allow access to major human rights organizations and international media in Indian-occupied Kashmir. And at the end, I just want to say this quote, that how can one speak about war, poverty, and inequality when people who suffer from these afflictions don't have a voice to speak?